You're right, but it's rough. It runs rough. It was not a very good computer, I don't think.
Well, consider how long the one in the corners lasted. Somehow, it's amazing. I mean,
and we don't,
that one clearly doesn't do.
Understand how much of Mexico's search engine this one's been overpowered by as well. He doesn't do anything to erase it. He doesn't.
Oh, that's true. We have looked at a lot of his sites.
Search engines. Yeah. Those search engines are. It's amazing what they do to computers.
That's what'll get you.
That's why I only do them on my phone. I don't care. I'll just get a new phone in 2 years or 6 months.
Yeah, they'll give you a free one, so it's fine. All right. Well, I don't know if anybody else is coming, so we'll just press all the buttons ourselves here. Okay. I usually do. I think that's good. That's good. I think everything's pressed.
I had them already.
Yeah, we'll just hit this button.
I pushed that one
here. Okay, I guess it's just us tonight. I mean, for now. Supposedly more people are showing up, but they're blaming the inclement weather.
I did just keep texting people throughout the week and saying, you're fired. You're fired. But I didn't say from the show. I didn't say from what.
That's all we got. We got them. That's all they have. They got us. If they want to give up on it, they got nothing left.
I fired them as friends, though.
Well, if there's not this, I don't know. We don't.
That's the only thing I needed them for.
It's our binding glue. It's our Gorilla Glue.
Come here and want that friendship back.
Well, either way, those of you that are watching us, thank you. You're our truest fans. We are those guys from Wichita. Today is February 17th, 2021.
Ding!
And let's see. If you're listening to us live, thank you. You're listening to us on Podbean Live. You're flicking the bean. If you're watching our Big Dumb Waterheads, you're watching us on Periscope and on Facebook Live until we get kicked off. Also, you might have found us on download. Thank you. We're on all the places that this kind of stuff exists, on Spotify and iTunes and all those big wigs out there. So if you don't want to listen live, we get it. There's a lot of important things that you guys could be watching. You could watch them destroy Donald Trump's Atlantic City hotel today.
Watched it.
Yeah, you could watch Roseanne reruns. You can watch anything. So we get it. There's a lot of stuff to do, but we appreciate you stopping by on the download version. If you listen to the first hour of the show and you love it, and you say, this is just great.
It's just dope.
This stuff is something wildly different than anything else. I mean, it's not. It's clearly what everybody else in the world is doing.
But they do different topics sometimes.
Sometimes we touch on different things. And
they do a thing with pizza rolls. They do a thing with...
We got a lot of old...
We start a lot of cool things that we never do again.
We definitely do that. There's
so many
a lot
cool
of trends that we start out there. And this show tonight will actually address a couple of those that we got caught on. But... you might think, these guys are different. These guys are something I want to listen to more. Well, the second hour you can listen to pretty easily. All you got to do is go to patreon.com and pop in for $2.99, and that gives you access to not only tonight's live version, but also we have a back catalog of over 570 episodes on there, and you'll get every week's bonus show. That's $2.99 a month, not a week, so it's pretty cheap. I think Monster right now, I don't know what the market on Monster is.
I think they're like $2.79, $2.99.
So you get one 16-ounce Monster energy drink, which I get you might need, but add us to that list. Just throw us. We're a pack of cigarettes, or not even. We're half a pack of cigarettes. So anything you guys can do to help us, you'll get some free content or some bonus content out of that. And I got to turn this off. We're gonna actually pass this. Oh, we're down. We're gonna charge my phone for the bonus hour. All right. One of those deals. It's been one of those weeks. Feels like I feel like I haven't left the studio is the biggest thing. Because since we left, it's been nonstop bad weather in the area. And I know that even as bad as it's been here, it's a lot worse in other parts of the country, including down south, which is why Mexico is not here again tonight. I got word from him today. I gave him a call to check in, a proof of life call at about 1, and he told me that he's been at home at the farm all week until today. They called him to come in at 9 because he had to come in and do snow removal at the campus in Oklahoma.
Get it ready for students to come back.
Yeah, because they're not coming back. Not this week, but they got to go get it ready, and it's all under snow. And so he started his truck, started the Jeep, couldn't start the truck because it's a diesel, and it's been sitting in the cold and
Not plugged in.
not plugged in. No,
Okay.
none of the cold weather package, any of that being utilized. So
Well, it's a
Craig-
waste of time.
I'm sure all the diesel
Why
fuel
would you have
is,
a diesel?
is gelled up and frozen inside of his system. So
The
probably
diesels are cool. You can drive them in the coldest weather ever.
you can, but at some point you have to heat the block up
Okay.
or keep the fuel from freezing. And I'm positive that it's frozen solid in there. So that's happening. And so he gets in the Jeep, which is his trusty 295,000 mile automobile.
3.5 wheel drive.
Takes off. Well, lets it warm up. You got to get the ice off there.
Well,
So
yeah,
he
it's
said-
set for a month.
they called at 9 saying to come in, and he lives about 45 minutes on a good day from where he works. And I think he said he got in at about 12:30 or 1 after it warmed up, and then he had to stop and get gas. And I guess he flew off in a ditch and had to get it out of the ditch.
Well, it's 4-wheel
So-
drive. 3.5 wheel drive.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Did he call the Jeeples? Like that? Usually I thought if a Jeep just gets stuck, they just show up. That's like on your
I think
Jeepal tracking.
Yeah, the little Jeep Oompa Loompas came out of the ditch and picked it up, but he got out apparently because when I called him, he was at work and said, I want to come, but I just don't know when I'll leave. He might still be working because they're on special secret snow duty, which is what I've been working on.
So he
since,
might be going on hour 6. He's been there.
Yeah, I mean,
Long day.
well, and it's also like state snow removal, so
Hey, bud. Hey, Jim.
they got to work for a few minutes and then, go back in the break room, warm up. And I don't blame them. If you're going to hire 100 people to do this, I'm not going to sit out here and be the guy that's busted my ass
That's
doing
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I would, though. I'm the dummy. I would.
you would be for the first eventually until you kept going in the break room and everybody's having a pizza
I keep thinking
party.
they're going to, like, I get a bonus out of this or it's nothing. You don't get no reward, but
Oh, that'll never happen. Eventually you'll get, I know you're like me at first.
bad
You'll be like,
feet, bad
I
neck.
got everything on the west side of campus cleared. So what'd you guys get?
Oh, you got that sidewalk?
Okay.
Cool.
You guys did just the one
Just
sidewalk?
that side. No, that's fine.
And then
I'll
all
start
right,
this
I'll
way,
just
man.
Keep
That's
going,
cool.
and eventually, after year 2 or 3, I'd be like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah.
So, I think he got there before he even started this job, and so he's not gonna go out there and have a heart attack to try to keep something clean that nobody else gives a shit about
Well,
either.
And he only weighs 60 pounds now, so he can barely.
Oh, lifted shovel's tough for
Yeah.
Mexico now. So I don't know what they're using, but I don't know. I tried
Hopefully
to
they
talk
give him
to
like a toothpick, like with the umbrella on it, and he just works on little sections with that.
He might show up here. I don't know. When I talked to him, he seemed like either he was going to the gun store to buy a gun to shoot himself, or coming to the show, or he's just going to stay there. So I don't know which option he landed
Or
on.
he's still in that ditch, and he didn't want
could
to
have been.
admit that to you, and he's never made it to work.
It's possible that he's just stuck in that ditch. So I've been fighting the same thing. I got the call after the show last week and went in. I don't know if it was that night or because we got a little bit of weather last week. And it was just kind of a warm up for what happened and what we all knew was going to happen over the weekend, at least if it was anything close to what people were calling for. And it was in the sense of the cold weather. I mean, as far as how cold it's been for the past 12 days, it's been crazy. But as far as the snow totals and shit like that, up here, it's not been like, only problem is it doesn't matter if it snows 1 inch. If it's -5, all the city, everybody's been scraping on it nonstop, throwing shit, but nothing can be moved. So the whole city was pretty much crippled. I wouldn't say it was all shut down, but anything that was optional was shut down, which was nice because then the roads, as far as traffic, are basically cleared. And, I had plenty of time to get to wherever I was going to, be up all night. So that's basically what happened. I think on Saturday night, I got called in at midnight or something, and that's when it started. And I came home on Tuesday morning at 4:30. So just out and about in it. And if you've done this before, you know how that works. You're
Yep.
just in the truck, and I'm not going to say it's hard. It's just literally sitting in truck. It's hard to stay awake.
Yeah.
And, you drink as much of those $3 monsters as we were talking about as you can, and just try to find something to occupy your mind, because at some point
A mix of rolling the window down, being frozen,
Yeah.
back up to be too hot, to frozen, to
jumping out of the
windshield-
truck, trying to like move around, do some stuff, and
snow angels randomly.
doing random snow angels. So I had that little.
You should start doing like speed or something.
I think I'm kind of a shitty dad. I had a shitty dad moment, and I don't know.
Do you want my opinion, or you want me to wait? Do you
Well-
want me to wait till the story happens, or just go now?
But here's the thing. I think we all believe in I believe pretty good in karma. Like even more than other shit. Karma is, I'm a My Name is Earl kind of guy.
What goes around comes around, son.
Yeah, exactly. Like that rap song. I think that, if you talk shit on some goober that's, filling up his 2-liter jug with cappuccino, you may not be in that position, but you'll go to fill up your 16 ounce and it'll blow all over your chest. That kind of shit. And it may not be related, but I think that there is some sort of universal chess game that's going on that puts you right back into your check place.
I made fun of people's calves for years, and look what's going on with me.
That's true. And you've been drawing calves, wanting some, and you have ruined legs now. So here's what happens. And the problem is, okay, what is it called when your wife, or anybody, I guess, when somebody in your life that is always constantly complaining about something that's bothering them health-wise, like with your calves.
My legs.
Yeah. And maybe your wife is dealing this with
I'm
you.
sure she is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. She is so tired of hearing about it. That is
right.
Uber complaining?
No, it's like it's not, I don't know if it's a necrophilia.
So you're saying like a hypochondria thing? Like,
is that what the word?
Not really
is that spiders?
No. Necrophilia is sex with dead people.
Okay, I was wrong on that one.
Arachnophobia is spiders.
Hypochondriac. I thought that was when you couldn't stop bleeding.
No, hypochondriac. No, that's a I don't know.
Yeah.
Hypochondriac is when you always think something's wrong with you.
My wife is...
And it's always something, but it's usually something constantly different and evolving.
Yes, that's... Okay, my wife is borderline... She's not been diagnosed with that, but she's borderline that.
Well, I don't know if they diagnose that. I just think a person that constantly thinks something's wrong with them is a hypochondriac.
I wish they could diagnose it and give her some sort of sedative.
I'm not a doctor. We should call one.
Yeah, we should. But
KFC, maybe.
Well, maybe if Mexico calls, we'll have him pop his head out and talk to the doctor on the show and find out. But because throughout our whole relationship, and as great as it's been, I mean, there's way more ups than downs for sure.
The stories I've heard, yes.
It's an amazing amazing 12-year marriage, passionate, loving relationship.
Love-struck, I would call it almost.
Yes, and the honeymoon still hasn't ended, even after a decade. And
mine ended before, and yours is still going.
Still going on, ongoing. And the thing is with my lovely child bride is, it seems that once a problem arises, I have a headache, which is not a big deal. That's a common thing. But then it will be followed by the next day, my stomach hurts. I'm not going to eat tonight. My stomach hurts. Or I don't know what's going on with my eye. Have you seen my eye lately? And it's like, what?
Are you sure you're not just talking about me?
That's what I got something in my eye. And she sends me a picture. She's like, yeah, it looks fucked up, but take an Advil or something. And she's like, I got a doctor's appointment. I'm going to go to the doctor.
See, that I don't do.
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow for my eye. And the doctor looked at it and was like, I don't know. I mean, at worst, it's a brain tumor.
At best, it's a sty.
Or you could take, 2 Advil if it goes away. Yeah, it could still be a brain tumor, but you should be fine, at least for a while. And so once she goes to these appointments, I say, hey, what happened? She's like, oh, they, 2 Advil or 2 Aleve, whatever one it is. And, but, it could have been bad. It could be bad. That's why I did it. It's like, but then it goes on the next thing. So I get home on Tuesday morning early, as in it's been 2 days. So I haven't had no rest, and it's fine, but you're still tired and thread worn. And that's to get down, and
Daddy had to work his 3 days this month.
The kids don't have school, obviously. Yeah. Daddy had to work,
I'm sorry.
had to work, put his months of work in a couple of days. That's true. And so, I'd lay down, go to bed, get up, and my son is not feeling well. I was like, hey, Jonah wasn't feeling well last night. And in the morning he threw up, and I was like, oh, all right, but he gets up and he goes downstairs, and I go down there with him, and I'm just laying because I've been 2 hours of sleep. I'm dead. So I'm just laying around and he's playing his game, and he just keeps, it's constant. We're talking hours are ticking by because I just keep passing out, waking up.
Yeah.
He's playing his game, and he's having the time of his life because all his friends are off school. So they're chit-chatting on the Xbox headphones, and he's going nuts, and he seems fine. Well, at about 10:30 or so, my wife walks in the door. I'm like, and I had just got him to stop. I was like, hey, let's turn it off. And I didn't want to do this, but I was like, I know you don't feel well, but let's go to the Y. We'll just go walk around, go do something, get out of here, get our mind off the games. Let's go do something. So we just got dressed. Everybody got
dressed.
Worst
idea ever. I mean, you've been up. You should have just rested.
Probably.
Go ahead.
Well, we get to that because I don't think I was thinking straight.
No, obviously.
Let's go to the Y.
48 hours of work, and I barely feel my legs. I should go walk some.
Let's go do something. So we get all dressed, and then my wife walks in. She's like, what are you guys doing? I was like, what are you doing? Why are you here? You're supposed to do work. She's like, I think I don't feel good too. It's like, oh my God, all right.
Let's go to the Y.
I
She
guess
don't feel good. She should go with you.
Well, then I started like, well, I'll go start doing stuff. And I had all these packages and stuff that I need to return. And I started packing them up, start loading the car up. And I was like, I'll go to the Y on the way. And like at one point I had put packages in all the different vehicles, like in different ones. And I was out there like, I was jump starting Big Red for no reason. I decided I should try to start that. It's -10 out. There's no
It
reason.
hasn't ran for a while. I wonder if it's gelled up.
So I got like cars parked in the street, two of them trying to jump in. I was
you
like,
got
what am I
double
doing?
jumper cables.
And I come in and my wife and the kids are laying on the couch, just looking like they got hit by the past 2 days I had. And as I'm watching them, I'm just kind of, what's your guys' deal? It's like, well, we just don't feel good. No, none of us feels good. I was like, you can't listen to your mom, son. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, he puked, so he maybe really didn't.
Well, that's what they're like. Well, maybe I threw up this morning. I was like, don't sit around and we're not going to, we will address that.
We have to address it
in
right
a moment.
now.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was taping a special across the hall. Smoothie has just walked in the door.
Smoothie, or is that? What's that?
Wham guy.
Just because I'm in Shannon's chair?
No, just because you're rocking the new earring, bud. What's going on with your
guys
Wham
like it?
earring?
Whoa.
That's not Wham. That's more. God, what was that?
That's
George.
George Michael.
There
That's
you
a
go.
Wham
That is
guy.
Yeah,
Wham.
there you
That
go.
is Wham.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, man. Have some respect.
I have no respect.
you whamming
Not
today?
for George Michael or Wham.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Is this a Rush thing?
This was. I
It's a
wanted to.
Limbaugh thing.
I wanted to try to be gay for the day. So
For the day?
yeah, so it's almost done. So if anybody has
Is it a real one or a clip-on?
a penis that needs licked and or kissed, let me know, and
Oh.
we'll try it all out.
Not to get off topic too far, but
Hard.
he made me think of something I almost wrote down where, you know how there are things in life that if you're walking by and you see them happening, you might stop what you're doing and be like, that's fucked up. Like if you were to walk by and see a guy beating the shit out of a kid, that's a line. And maybe it's a get involved line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you might pull.
Or-
Or just hit him with your car.
Like somebody slapped a kid too hard at Walmart.
Hey,
or
hey,
something.
whoa. Like you might get involved, right?
Right.
That could be one, and that's
I walked out of a
extreme.
bar one time and watched a dude punching his chick and decided that was a time to get involved.
What about if you're walking by
Dad, get back in the truck.
and
That's
you
what
see,
I said. I said, dude, hit her with your backhand. It leaves less mark. Oh,
see an average,
not really. Sorry, that's horrible.
a good-looking to average couple, right in that range,
Okay.
having sex, a male and a female.
Okay.
What do we do then
Where?
in a
Walmart?
parking lot? Yeah, parking lot, probably not Walmart. Let's get it a little
You have
classy.
your kids with you?
No kids,
Oh, fuck. I might
Let 'em
stare
go,
for a little bit.
but then walk by, right, and not
Oh,
get
I'll
involved.
Awkwardly walk by.
Yeah.
No, probably.
Like you're at the
some point.
park, somebody's in the parking lot going to town. You would just walk past their car.
But
Yeah,
not, and
like
probably
4
not,
or 5 times.
probably not really think of it unless you're around us and be like, hey, I saw this couple having sex today.
If I went to that, like when I used to go to the park where I used to go park every day and have
Yeah.
my lunch,
Right.
and I watched some people like I sat there and they were under
Well,
the
it's
tree.
called Sex Park, but yeah.
Exactly. Well, but it's gay sex park. So if I watch a regular couple,
Yeah.
I went there to pick up dudes, like hoping a city worker
Right.
would come up, he want a blowy, whatever. But like regular couple was having sex and I watched them, whatever. I'd come straight back and tell you, or
You tell us, yeah, you get on
even
the group.
if you didn't work there, I'd tell. Well, yeah, I'd probably video it and send it to the group.
Right. What about if it was two guys? Like if you walked by and beside a tree there was a old man blowing a young fella,
Like how young?
not too young.
Okay,
Of
legally.
age, elite. Well, I
But
guess. I
but
mean,
let's say
let's say it's
60,
morally
22.
illegal, but as far as age goes, legal.
Yeah. In God's eyes, it's illegal,
Yeah.
but in the law's eyes, it's
Let's
legal.
say a 25 and a 59-year-old. Who's blowing who doesn't matter.
Well, it depends on what the power struggle is. Like if it's
I'm just still where? Like just beside a tree where? Park?
It's public, but you felt like they
Semi-private.
tried to get private to do it.
I don't care. I'm not I still may even be like, hey, bud, or something like that.
I just think I don't know. Part of me thought like, I don't know which one would. Okay,
No!
If-
No!
the final.
I'd say,
If you
I got winner.
if you could rank them,
I had nice game.
the final one would be you walked by a car and saw somebody eating somebody.
Okay.
Like literally eating their body.
Yeah, like
Like
had
a
like
corpse.
Was the person dead?
no, but they're
Dying.
dying.
Yeah, 'cause they're
but
being eaten.
they're struggling, and the guy's eating a live person.
Not in
But
not in a standard sexual way, like an actual consuming
Person's
nutrients.
getting arm eaten.
Yeah, Hannibal way.
Okay, rank them?
Well, if it makes a difference, they're eating a midget.
But did they start a midget? Because they may have just started from bottom to top.
I'm still
Clearly,
thinking,
you
okay,
can clearly
things
tell
I intervene
midget.
with. Okay, things I intervene with.
Yeah,
right.
rank them.
The kid getting beat up
Child abuse,
is one.
number one. Okay.
Now that I actually intervene with, because number two then would be the gays.
We're on track here. Yeah.
3, I'd
Wait.
probably call somebody and
Gay-
get.
Gay sex acts?
Well, I mean, but again, things that I feel I should be involved in or should say something.
Hey,
or,
bud. Hey, don't do that here.
Whoa, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
sex acts, not just two gay guys.
Yeah, anybody.
Hold
Like
hands.
if
Well,
they're in the wrong.
but
in
he's
a
going to
park-
put number 4 as straight sex in the car, though.
Yeah, because that's more acceptable, especially in a car.
So gay
Two
sex
gays
is
having
2.
sex in public,
Okay.
open. That's number 2. Eating the person is 3. But again, I still don't intervene.
I like that eating a midget is after gay sex.
Well, here's
and that's
why-
where I was at. And
But
it
mine's
made me
only
think,
because I don't actually intervene ever in that one. I only call. I don't want to take the chance of. I don't know how this person is, so I'm not being like, "Hey, whoa" to them. I'm calling right away. It's intervening in a
oh,
different
you don't
way.
want to stop a bath salts guy.
Yeah, I might throw.
Yeah.
I might like. If I had a baseball or something,
What
I
if
might
the
be
guy
like,
was like clearly
if I could save him.
no, but he was clearly like of sound mind. The guy that was eating the other person.
How far gone
Like-
is the person that he's eating? I guess
You guys catch eyes. You're like, I'm just eating this midget.
It's desecration of corpse. You gotta say something still.
Well, at first you'd be like, "Are you eating that midget?" And then he'd be like, "Yes, I'm clearly eating this midget." And the midget's like, "Help!" And then
Okay,
at that point,
Yeah.
if I'm hearing help, I don't.
but it's from not that they're not people. I'm just saying
No, but that's kind of like
Case-
that would be like saying Andy was there getting eaten.
Casey
I mean, he,
would
right now he
say-
falls.
he's
into that-
eating somebody right now.
Well, but he would
We've
fall
all
into
seen
that
his
midget
video.
category at this point. And
Casey would say, "Well, hold on. I saw two gay guys having sex. I'm gonna take care
Okay,
of
let
that
me
first,
finish.
and then I'll
I'll be
then
back.
I'll help you out."
So I had him ranked the same way. It just made me feel like my priorities.
now you're making me think I may have ranked him wrong.
No, I think I had him right.
A
think
kid,
he's right.
but a kid should never be
But
hit.
I did manipulate you into it.
You did a little
Yeah.
bit. Kids should
I
never
talked
be
you into
hit.
that.
And I was just thinking because I was using like actually intervening where I'm gonna like the gay dudes. I'm gonna grab one of their dicks and be like, you guys shouldn't do that. I'm gonna pull it a whole bunch of times and pull them away from
Let's
each
get this
other.
done quick.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Not in public. You guys, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then like the kid getting beat up, I'm gonna go shove the dude on the ground and maybe if I can
Yeah.
try to beat him up and let his kid watch what like I got to watch. Be like, this is what it's like to be a bitch, and also teach the kid a lesson, maybe to like learn to stand up for yourself.
Not that it should matter, but
But he's
if
four.
any of these people in your mind that you're picturing happen to be of a different race than what you're picturing, does it change the rankings?
No, I don't think so, because I don't want a little Korean boy to get beat up, and I don't want to. Now, if you're talking about a Russian
Korean boys look just like Korean men.
but that's what
we
I'm saying.
don't know
That
how
could be
old
the
they are.
midget. That could be the midget situation again
Yeah.
too. But
Well, they don't
again,
look like midgets.
But a Russian midget, I don't. That's white, and I don't care about him. I don't like
That's what I'm
Russians.
saying. I think that there could be a little bit of cultural differences that we might adjust the way we react to it. If I see a Russian kid getting beat by his dad, that's
And I
normal.
know what you're ranking one. Then if it's an interracial parking lot situation too, so
That's
would
a
change
dangerous
your-
situation.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's something that we're going to have to. If you got,
my ranking stays the same.
clearly this woman's either being robbed or even worse, something's happening in here. So, anyways, back on track. That was just a tangent. It's good to see you, Eric.
Thanks.
I was just talking about how
Is that a clip-on earring or a real one?
It's a clip. My boys. This is the sort of shit that my wife spends money on is earrings for my boys.
Well, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's
But that's
cool.
cool. If your
No, it's
boy's
not.
wearing that, it's pretty cool. You're wearing it. It's pretty cool too.
It's pretty gay.
Actually, you pull it off.
I wore it on purpose to see the boys, so they see how gay it looks.
And then he couldn't. He
And they're
went
like,
to
"Hey,
the
I think it's
mall in
cool."
it.
Dad, that's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool, Dad. You should get
You're-
another one.
dude. I bet you're pulling so much tail with that, Dad.
You get so much ass.
You could finally leave Mom, dude.
Yeah, we all want to do that.
2 Christmases. I'm
So
just saying because my ears are actually pierced, so I was only asking that.
the thing that happened over the past week, to just catch Eric up, is had a couple longer days due to the weather. Left on Saturday night at midnight or Sunday morning. Got back on Tuesday morning, like 4 a.m, and crashed. Kids didn't have school. So, anyways, we were talking about my wife had went to work that day. Son and I were down playing the video game. Decided, hey, I
I
thought
got
maybe
2 hours of sleep. Everybody feels like shit.
yeah,
Let's get
my son's sick. Everybody's
Let's
sick.
go to the Y.
Let's go to the Y.
Walk
Let's go
a little bit.
walk
Great
it,
idea.
walk it out of us. Well, as I'm trying to get them ready, my wife walks in And she's like, I don't feel good either. And then they're laying on the couch as I'm off, like, doing really weird busybody stuff to try to stay, for some reason, alert and awake, even though I should just go lay down. And I have to get up I have to get up and go in again. Anyways, so I come back into the living room, and that's where the karma kind of comes in, where the boy is sitting there, and he's like, I just don't feel good. And I was like, son, you can't be like your mom. If you think you feel bad all the time, you're always going to feel bad. I mean, you got to, even if you don't feel bad, you got to kind of think positive and think
suck it up. Yeah.
it's not going to happen. And I went on that little rant there, and my wife's like, whatever, I don't feel good. I don't need to listen to your stuff. And I was like, that's fine, it's fine. And then as I'm saying it, Jonah gets up and he goes in the bathroom and sits down and starts puking in the toilet. And I'm standing in the doorway of it now, like, I mean, it's okay that you don't feel good right now, but
I'm glad you were tough enough to get up and go puke yourself.
And my wife walks by, she's like, "You're gonna go in there, like, pat his back or something?" It's like, no, I want him to, I don't know what to do here. I kind of screwed this one up, but so my wife goes in there and does the move where she's rubbing his back, because he's not 18, he's only 7 or 8, and so he's
just a little kid suffering, from being sick.
And so I said, that's fine. You guys probably shouldn't go to the Y then. I guess maybe you are sick. Maybe it's not a mental thing. And
maybe you really are sick.
So I go out.
See, all that negative thinking's making you puke.
I go outside.
Yeah, you're doing this to yourself.
And I start wandering around the garage and I was like, what am I doing? And I've had vehicles that have been started for hours as if I'm going to go anywhere. Everything started. And I just turned it off. And I came back in. And at that moment, like, I sat down and I just started feeling like I'm going to throw up and I'm going to have all the creep and crud stuff.
You might have carbon monoxide poisoning in your house.
It's true. Maybe it's that. But
did you have the garage door closed, running the cars, heating them up?
But I wasn't thinking straight on a lot of this stuff, so
that's a yes.
That could have been and the house could have been filling up with
maybe. Anyways, we're all getting sick together.
Weird.
But I'm sitting there and I don't want to say anything now because I've just went on this whole rant about don't say you don't feel good. So now all of a sudden my wife's like, "What's your problem?" It's like, nothing. I mean, I've been at work for long and I'm just tired. I think I'm just tired, But she's like, I've seen you tired before, and you seem like you're acting a little bit, worse. And that's like, yeah, because you're asking me. I mean, stop being. I'm not grumpy. It's just that you're forcing this. And I go downstairs, and it's that move where it's like, let's watch Bob's Burger, and I fall asleep, and 2 hours goes by. I wake up. What's going on? Hey, what are you doing? And he started playing his game at some point. So I wake up. He's still playing his game. Back to the game. And this goes on for hours, and eventually it's like,
fuck it, we're going to the Y.
Bud, it ends up being like 5 p.m, and I was like, hey, Bud, turn the game off, man. I mean, you can't play this all day. And he's like, Dad, you've been sleeping like right here all day. What do you care? And I just had this weird moment of parenting clarity. Like, hey, well, you can't be on a screen for like 11 hours. Go away. You can't do this. And I made him cry. So he goes upstairs and Dad said, I can't play my game. It's like, then I go up there and for some reason I start yelling to my wife. Like, I don't know why he's playing his game all day and nobody's, are you not here? Are we
it's -4 outside. Like, can't he go outside and play?
That's just parenting.
Yeah, but I was doing it while sleeping. Like so it's a weird thing. But the karma angel came back and bit me today though, because I went to sleep after that we stayed awake. I didn't want to eat. I didn't feel good. I didn't say anything. Just I'm not hungry.
How much screen time were you enjoying?
No screen time. And I went and laid down in the shower, did the old shower turtle move to try to get some sort of energy back. And eventually I got up and I was like, I set my alarm for 10:30. And I decided to go back in last night, set my alarm for 10:30 p.m. And I laid down and my wife was sitting there on her computer and fall asleep. And that alarm went off at 10:30 and I just like freaked out. I was like, whoa, what's going on in here? She's like, your alarm is going off. It's like, what for what? What's going on? She's like, that's going on. I think you got to get up. Like, no, that's not happening. And then, snow. I got to get up. This is weird because I've been at home. There's no reason it should affect me, but I felt like just shit, right? I said, okay, I gotta get up. Went out, started the truck, not in the garage, came back in. I was going to lay down while that warms up. Laid down, woke up, 12:30. It's like, this should be warm. This should be warm. So I go out there, get in the truck.
Please tell me it was Big Red, so you burned through about $40 in gas.
It's so much money got
diesel.
wasted.
No, it's
I think I started
now.
all the vehicles, so it didn't really matter. All the neighbors were started, everything else. So
There's this plume of exhaust going up.
Yeah, the cul-de-sac is just filled with everybody's
but
cars.
Snow's melting like crazy in the neighborhood.
I couldn't even tell in my neighborhood. So I take off down the road, Get to work, and we plowed all day or all morning until I was only like 8 or 9, and the sun comes out. We've been working on it for days, and hey, you guys can get out of here. Everything's good. It's like perfect time to go to the Y.
Let me go grab the boy. Take him
So
to the Y.
I head off back home, and I stop at the Y. And it's one of those moves, man, where this is the karma, man, because I get on the treadmill, doing my thing. It's about done. But, well, there's a moment in the car on the way there where I was trying to record some of our farts, and this was unrecordable. I mean, there was no sound, and it was just a feeling. I was like, should I drive? I don't want to drive all the way home and get clothes. I mean, I'm already dirty, and so I went to the Y, got on the treadmill, took off running, just 5 easy miles, just a jaunt. At about mile 4:59, who do I see on the track walking by for a lunch break? My wife. Give me the wave. It's like, oh God. Because now I had to exit and she didn't talk to me. She waved, and I think she's going to hit me on the next lap. No, I'm out of here. So I just get off the treadmill. And then I get the text. Didn't you see me? I was like, yeah, I saw you. She's like, well, I was going to come talk to you. Are you going to go get the kids? What are you doing? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go get the kids. The thing is, I shit my pants because I had diarrhea because I made fun of their diarrhea. It's the whole thing. And so it's not a big deal. You couldn't tell. There's some diarrhea talking
Why
right
would
there.
you?
Not a lot of shit, Case. Just like,
Does it matter? It stains your ass. It burns. It's
no, I didn't burn.
Chafing. You don't do that before you run,
It's
man.
lubrication.
no, it's the opposite.
No.
It's fucking acidic.
Well, whatever damage it's done to the cheeks is beside the point here. The point is, there was a moment where I could have been a nice husband and walked over, and the only reason I didn't, it's not because I was pretty sweaty, heavily sweated. It's that I noticed that I didn't want to be around me while I was running. I
You
noticed.
smelled like shit.
Yeah, there's the shit.
How the fuck can you go?
Did you
There's a shower at the Y. I went and took a shower.
before you worked out?
No.
Did you at least do a whore bath before you
No.
worked out?
Yeah, I did the best I could.
Cleaned up a little
Yes,
bit?
I didn't just go straight from taking a shit in my pants straight to the treadmill.
Oh, okay.
I stopped at the commode, said,
No,
"There's
he
slinging
used
around.
napkins in his truck.
no,
as
but
he
there's
was
only
driving.
so much you can clean on that."
It's stuck in the treads.
No,
It's
No, it's
slinging
all
around.
you can. But you go home. You
I don't
you lay
have
in the shower
all day
and
to
cry.
make this.
You lay in the shower and
That's
fucking
for nighttime.
cry.
That's my nighttime ritual.
You burn the clothes. You
The point is, I felt bad as I was leaving the Y that I didn't get to say hi to my wife because it's kind of a weird thing. You run into your wife. It's
but she
coincidence.
would fully. If you just said I shit myself.
I
she'd be
did. I
like,
texted
okay.
her. I just said I wanted to say hi, but I smelled bad. Trying to make it think it's because I was working out.
No, everyone knows better.
But
Yeah, she knew better.
everybody running behind you knew better because the fucking
Oh, yeah.
brown.
There was I always have a pretty good clean area around me. Nobody works out beside me.
No, you have 3 treadmills that you're.
I'm the stinky guy.
Will you please, before you get home tonight, will you write a note, leave it in your car that says, "Dear detectives, if anything bad happened,
Is that Shannon calling?
It is.
all of the fecal
Tell him
matter,
to call my
Yeah, we're gonna call Casey's phone.
all of the fecal matter,
Shannon. Call my
urine,
phone.
and semen that's in my car was here on purpose."
Did you call Casey's phone?
While the cops are looking
prior
at
to
it.
the murder. Yeah, just in case somebody dies in your car.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I'm. The problem is I didn't
The
have.
more thing is like most people are embarrassed to get caught. Like me, I mean that's the big thing. Make sure you have a clean pair of drawers.
It was I did have a clean pair of drawers, but I wasn't gonna go ruin them by running in them.
You don't ruin clothes by running in them.
They get all sweaty and
And then you shower when you
Nasty.
get home, and it's fine.
no, that takes away from the fun of showering in the handicap bathroom, where I feel like I got this big walk-in bathroom.
Well, then you go in there, you shower, put on the new clean drawers, and then go run.
No, because then they'll get all dirty.
They get sweaty. That's it.
Shannon, why didn't you raise this guy better? One, two. I got it.
It didn't. I just felt like it was karma. The only reason
know-
it's uncontrollable, Casey. You can say it's controllable, but it's not. It's
I had
karma.
the guy at work listen to a show 1 or 2 times, and I've just tell him stories and stuff, and he's new to.
Yeah.
And he just says, "How the fuck do you stand to be around him?"
I got a very unique personality.
And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's his personality that does it, but
it's
I've always stayed far enough that I can't smell him too. And I put Vaseline in my nose every time I go spend time with him.
I clean up. I mean, after I got done running, there's an hour where it's bad on the treadmill. If you're going to talk to me while I'm running, that's your problem.
The fact that you can.
It's called being tough, man. It's called toughing it out.
No, it's not.
No, like
It's called efficiency.
you're one, like chromosome or not. I don't know. Like
You want some of this DNA? You want me to biohack
you're
you?
close to core. Like if
I'll biohack you. You can get some of this.
if you weren't as witty as you were,
It's called grit.
okay.
It's called true grit.
It just
It's called calluses around your asshole. Is what it's
poo,
called.
poo grit.
I'm just saying, like if in China.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Believe me, in China they got more problems than poopy pants.
No, I know.
They sell them. They sell them in vending machines.
Mexico, are you out of the ditch yet, bud?
Yeah, we this week, so I'm not together separately like God intended it.
I was gonna say like it's supposed to be.
I mean, I'm fine. It's just whether I come out on the water or high snow, I'll be there
Sounds
next
good.
week. But
Well,
it sucks 2 weeks in a row, and this weather's not fun.
Oh shit, you're not here, are you?
it's funny that you called. I'm glad you called though, because I do have a story I wanted you to be here as I told it because it involves you so much. So I need your reaction and everybody else is in here. I don't know what crazy sleep deprived dream I had, which one it was, but on one of them it was me and you, and we were wandering around like we do, telling jokes. And it's a short dream, but it's so funny that I got up and actually wrote it down, which I usually don't do for dreams. But at some point we went to Tractor Supply like we do, and we were walking around and we saw that there was a mini bike there, one of them ones like your daughter used to have. And you talked me into buying it. You're like, "Fuck it, man! You're spending all the money here.
$350. So
Who
what?
cares? Just add it to the list. Who gives a shit? Throw it on the truck. Let's take it. Jonah will love it." I said, "All right, man."
Jonah.
And then we get it and we throw it in the truck and we go back to the farm. And you're like, "Hey, man, let's test it out before Jonah gets here." I was like, "Okay." And so we we get on it and we take off, and it's like the fastest motorcycle in the world. And I'm going as fast as it can go, and we're flying around, and you're like, "Faster, faster!" And I was like, "Okay, man." And I keep going, and it has more, and faster, faster. It has more, and at some point, you're like, "Man, I can't hang on anymore." And the wind caught one of your huge fucking shirts. And took you off into the fucking sky, man. Bye. I couldn't stop it, man. I tried. You flew off.
It's like a drag shoot.
I didn't have my wig on. No hot dogs hanging from my wig, but you were hanging on to me and you were just talking in my ear. Faster, faster, faster. And then you slipped off and took off into the sky.
Damn you, long shirt!
So I woke up laughing so hard. It's the fucking funniest thing I'd ever seen.
I wish I could see your dream.
Oh man, we should have somebody make that for us because it was hilarious. I wish they could put some sort of thing on my head to make dreams be videos on YouTube. They probably will very soon.
It's called a dream catcher. Indian's been making them for years.
Yeah, just if you ever get on Ivy's motorcycle, be careful, man. Tuck your shirt in.
Tuck your shirt into your boots.
Oh shit. So, anyways, I wanted you to be here to tell you that, but I guess it's fine on the phone. Oh, also, hand me my phone, Scootman.
Into a ditch wasn't fun, so that was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun, but not fun.
Right.
Were you in the truck at least?
Where's that other cord that we used to plug that one in?
So you're in the Jeep, the Commander.
Not just a clever name.
But luckily, as soon
You
as the
wouldn't
Jeep
understand.
wrecks into a ditch, it's auto finder technology kicks in, and the Jeep will show up in brigades to pull them out. So
Wee wee.
Shannon just put his shirt under the tire. It's fine.
well, the good thing is if you would have broke down that you could have just took your tent and or your shirt and made a teepee out of it and started a fire in it and should have been fine. Go, go, go! He's got a Jeep. Don't help him. He won't want help. He's got a Jeep.
Yeah. You got it, though. I mean, that's a Jeep thing.
But see,
You know, and watching for other people that were doing 70 that probably shouldn't be doing 70. Yeah, time it just right to get up there and get it.
did you put it in climbing gear?
That became time I've tried it, so you know.
Well, I'm glad you got out, or you're still stuck there and you're just playing coy. But either way, I'm glad you're alive and able.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. I got my long shirt, extra long shirt on. It's getting cold.
You should be able to wrap up 4, 5, 6, 7 times with that shirt. You should be fine.
It's a tire shirt. Mexico did point me in the right direction though this week, and it's something that it happens to us all the time, and we know that. We even with the "Don't Let Your Meatloaf" thing, we've been saying that since the Gumpster's been saying that for years. He coined that phrase at the beginning of this show 10 years ago, and we've been using it as our sign off ever since. And we saw it perk its head up in that Showtime series about the comedian with the whatever the fuck his name was. Doesn't matter. It's canceled at this point. But we've had all kinds of ideas throughout. What the fuck does this meme? We played for a long time before the board game. All that stuff has happened.
Roll roulette.
Yeah, and as you guys know, or I think we talked about quite a bit, and it's been a theme on the show since it happened. A couple years ago, Smoothie, Mexico, and I took off towards western Kansas to go hunting one day. And on the way out there, we saw a roadside stand where, for some reason, Shannon started saying "sucking on a chili dog," and then we kept saying that song, but just singing "sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a chili dog." Sucking on a chili dog. And so that happened that day. And we came back to the show and we talked. That was an amazing trip because we met the fucking millionaire that went big game hunting, where I tried to pitch him the idea of hunting jacket. And then we tried to pitch him on the idea of renting property in Texas and hunting wild game and all that other stuff.
What about hunting people?
And we got into all that. And we talked about on the show. We had all these great ideas that came from that trip. And then, like we said at the beginning of this, they just went away. I mean, the hunting jacket, that's a technological feat we don't have the access to right now.
Or we do, but we just don't put the effort into it.
We don't have the right foundation built yet. What we're doing right now with the trailer, we'll talk about later. It is the prelude. It's the Honda prelude to the hunting jacket. The hunting jacket is ultimately our Valhalla, where we get a bunch of guys together, putting on VR glasses, out in the wilderness.
Whacking it together.
Well, no, but I mean, maybe. Naked hunting in a living room, no holds barred.
I thought that was.
Well, I tried that.
I'm pretty sure that was the hunting jacket. I'm pretty sure the hunting jacket, that was the whole point.
It's a, well.
Hunting jacket. That was what we were calling hunting
Yeah.
jacket for a while.
It's a cool name for a hunting outfit, is the whole point, a hunting jacket. But I get how there's like a
how's
double.
It cool minus the jacket it part?
Is it like a double
What does it mean?
entendre?
It can be.
How? What does the jacket mean
No, you
minus
just
that?
get drunk and play around with
Well,
firearms.
you can't just call it a jacket because it's about hunting, not about. It's about
Yeah.
big game hunting.
But what is
There's winter
where does
jackets.
the jacket come into play if not for?
There's ski jackets, hunting jackets,
The
smoke
jacket's
jackets.
it's like the community you're in. Like
Why don't you call it the hunting community?
it's already been taken. I think I don't know. We didn't check. Yeah, it sounds better.
Okay.
Anyways, we came out with that, and that's the idea eventually. But Mexico tipped me off to this little guy on YouTube that I thought, when did he do this? Huh? Okay.
You don't have to give
Okay,
him credit.
Mojo tipped us off onto something that we came up with over 2 years ago with the sucking on a chili dog in that song and making fun of it. And here's what he came up with. Can you hear that, Mexico? All right. It's all right.
It's da-da-da-da.
A little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie's gonna be
And you guys have all heard this part before. I mean, keeping it real here. Just his cover of it. And you'll probably see this passed around Facebook. It's getting pretty popular now, so.
Sucking on a chili dog, 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 sucking on a chili dog.
And that's kind of how it goes. And
It's great because I seen that today, and some chick put that always grossed me out when they said "sucking on a chili
Well-
dog." Now there's a whole song about it.
And I like his version of it. I like that he led up to it, but there's no reason for that first
The first part
so
was
I
a
cut it
waste.
out.
Okay.
Sucking on a chili dog, sucking on
We
a
could
chili
rewrite
dog.
that and sing it.
So we'll just keep using it throughout the
Sucking on
show.
a chili dog.
So we'll always
write
have
the
it.
intro. We'll rewrite that. And we'll start it and play it from the beginning. And
So anyways, I appreciate you passing that along, and thank you, Mojo, for finding it. But it does make me, it's irritating when I know that there's stuff that just goes out into the ether at some point, and weird people with the same comedy bone at some point pick up on the same trend or whatever it is. But to find the funny in chili dogs, even when we went to Texoma and he stopped at Chili Creek, that was the whole point. It's all about the chili dog. I mean, we were on a big chili dog kick then, and I guess maybe we're too stupid to not sit down and
I was going to
produce
say
the song.
the problem is you don't know nobody that has recording equipment, and you don't know anybody that can play a guitar.
That's true.
And
I
you
don't have access
and
to
you don't
all
have
of the
the
simple
access
things I
that-
do on a weekly basis.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see why you wouldn't have ever.
Put it.
You're just too far ahead of the time, man. People, the
It
society
would
hasn't
have
caught up
sucked
to
if you would have done it back then. It would have went nowhere.
The point is, will they ever? I think it'll always be. I just the brain moves too fast, man.
You'll slow down in your old age. Keep on.
Soon,
shitting
you
your
guys,
pants.
a couple of years, you guys will be pooping your pants before you run. It'll be the new thing.
No.
Name something you did 5 years ago. Pooping. I mean, you've been doing that since.
I've been doing that a long time. Since I was told there's no bathroom breaks. There's no bathroom breaks in the wheel world, son.
No, there actually is.
There's plenty of them.
Yeah,
Whenever
every
you need
job
one.
you'll ever
Yeah.
have. Yeah. Just go.
If those are the options, either take a bathroom break or shit yourself, I'm going to go, Brett.
I'm going to jump on Twitter, but talk to my boys. Be safe.
Sucking on a chili dog.
Make sure you wear a mask, okay? I went into the gas station today, and everybody said, you know, hey, get a mask. You know what? You have to walk with one. That's fine. So we stopped on the 16th. Okay, it says right there on that sign. We stopped. Okay. Gas stations. You're not the only gas stations. I'm sorry.
There's other
Mexico,
ditches.
hey, Biden's gonna send every American a mask, so here pretty soon you're gonna get a mask.
Sucking on a chili.
Just thank Biden when you get one, and then you'll be able to go to gas stations again. So, or a sock. Oh, well, it says vote for Trump on it. They were leftovers he couldn't get rid of, so he thought he'd send them all over.
Just walk in with a
Sucking
torch
on
and
a
a
chili.
pitchfork, and they won't fuck with you.
Neither, so take that. I'll see you guys.
Okay.
Bye, Shannon.
Thaw out, man.
So, I have another thing I want to do. I just think we got to wait for the bonus show. Oh, we got to get Skin Man's limerick here, too. He's been gone for the past couple weeks. I forgot how the show worked. What's going on?
Couple weeks. It was last week.
What? That's 2 weeks.
He's
though.
been
Because
gone
the
for quite
dash
a
lit
few.
up like a fucking Christmas tree. It's like,
Well,
this
we
can't
missed
be
you.
right.
We missed you. We were here holding down the ship.
right.
Missing you.
Let's get this shit up. Here's to Chip, because he's still part of the cast. He has that timeless comedy that is built to last. After moving to warm weather, he found a thorn. His dreams of not being cold were torn. What had followed him was an Arctic blast. Blast, blast, blast.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
Thank you, Skin Man. Before we go to our bonus show, which happens in about 10 minutes, I got a couple stories that I don't know. Clearly we have some Rush Limbaugh stuff.
Hey.
Yay, he's gone.
Also, please mention. That's true.
I did kind of bring it up when I said we
didn't. Yeah, we should mention that Andy didn't make it here today because he had
died.
He had the surgery that we talked about a couple weeks ago, where apparently he had some sort of inner brain
like a mole growing a troll.
He had a stinky ear.
Yeah, which ended up
He
being
had surgery done, and you're making fun of him, you dick.
He had wax in his ear.
I'm
that was
making fun
real
of his
deep.
stinky ear, not him.
he had a skull zit, and it was an inner skull zit, and they cut it out today, and we thought that there was a possibility, and it might be because of the weather.
I'll
and,
tweet the picture out later.
Yeah, we should tweet the picture because I don't think the weather had much to do with his not coming. I think they cut out more than where they wanted
Looks
or
like they
something.
might have closed his eye and they might have taken part of his eye.
His right ear is all bandaged up.
He
and
looks
he's
like-
got gauze around his head.
He looks like something
And then
from
you
a
say
movie, and I
Andy
can't-
Springsteen. I'm trying to work on a goddamn forklift,
Sucking on
and
a
I'm
tooth.
laughing my ass off. People are looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Well,
It's like Andy Springsteen. Holy shit!
he put the picture. Nobody. It's not like we went out and took that weird photo.
I mean, I love that he sent the one with the.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that just had a failed surgery, and that sucks because I think it's successful. I hope it was, but I don't know if that's like the
I think
only
it's
two
more-
pictures they took, or that was the best two. But
Something
Well, that's the
going
ones they're
on with
using
that
for
right
their
eye.
website. Another successful surgery.
That's one of those pictures though. He's heading to Hannibal Lecter's dinner party where he's got everybody zombied
Is
out.
this the midget you were talking about getting eaten?
yeah, it's
Yeah, that right
No,
eye.
I'm not stopping. It goes to 4 on my list.
he got Stallone. Yeah, he looks pretty bad. So
Looks like he fought Mike Tyson.
yeah, he looks all
Something
fucked
going
up.
on with that right eye.
They're gonna have to do another surgery.
I
I'm
think just
afraid.
swollen. I think it's the gauze on his
He's
face.
gonna get some great parking.
Yeah, we got this. He can go to Sonic anytime he wants. Got that zit out, but
Yeah, but that hair looks fantastic.
yeah, he does. He does look good. We'll tweet those out. I'm
Kind
sure
of like
they're
Beaker.
they're yours now. We can share them. That's fine.
Well, he said, I'm pretty sure on here he shared something.
Well, it's hard to understand his language. He's speaking in code now too. I think he's
It's
fucked up on.
emoji.
Yeah,
It's
he said,
all emojis.
Won't be there. Pain from B smiley face to crying. I'm a solid crying to really crying. But
Yeah.
these are emojis. I'm just reading them how.
it's like it's the
Yeah.
emoji language.
So he's not doing great. But
He's listening though.
I hope he's doing all right for real.
Yeah, we're really pulling for him.
He's not really getting the show very good because he's probably going to hear it out of one ear.
Yeah, but that's as
true.
good.
We're in stereo, and he's
Yeah.
not going to hear us right.
That's true. It's probably not a good show for him, but it's okay. He'll put one earbud in. It'll be fine.
Well, hopefully he didn't hear the part where I said I'm glad he's not here because
This might make him feel better.
Sucking on a chili.
He puts on the closed caption. He just reads it.
That's what most people do. All right, let's see. I don't know which way to go. I got one. It's not really a rant. It's just an observation, which I guess most of my topics are. There's a person on Facebook, and it was not. You know how when you'll see somebody share a post of a woman that is a 10, but she might have blown off a foot or something in Afghanistan, and it's
Oh.
like, can you please get me a like and a share?
So you're saying she's like an 8.5 now?
Right. I mean, as
It's
far
like a
as
Utah 7.
she's still paralyzed, but she looks like you
Yeah,
know.
she's gorgeous, but without a foot.
Yes, but can we get a like and a share for this? Like,
I just like it because
for
you
what?
can't run.
You're clearly, or the woman that does the photo of her in her army gear, and it's all the big helmet that you can get hit with A bombs, and then
Where'd she go?
you know, the big fucking AK-47 bulletproof vest, and then it's the next with her in some sort of gown, like an evening gown. It's like, can I get a like and a share for? It's like, fuck off, no, fuck you. You're hotter than any woman in the world. No, of course you're gonna likes and shares. Thank you for your service, hot person.
I've never seen.
It'd
where
be
do
like
you
if I
see
put,
these?
I think I liked one, and then all of a sudden
Oh.
I got in the algorithm. Now I get them all the time. Well, somebody had posted a similar set of photos. It was a 4 set, and I screen captured it for you guys.
Oh, thumbs up for the wheelchair.
Well, the problem was I think it was their daughter, and she had just graduated from law school. Okay. And then I guess when you graduate law school, you're supposed to do a photo shoot or glamour shot thing, but or maybe not. This
Senior
is,
pictures.
it's-
Was this
That's the thing
Kellyanne
in
Conway's daughter's
law
tits?
school.
'Cause I've seen them.
let me get this photo up. It
I
bothered me.
didn't really. She's underage.
Okay. So the person that shared it, I think, is the father, and the woman that captioned it said, "I got accepted into my dream law school, Elon Law School. I have worked towards this all my life." So she got accepted. So she's 19.
Okay, so those are high school pictures, senior graduating pictures, maybe.
Well, no, because getting to
Usually
law school, you go
high
to
school or you go to college for a
Yeah,
while
get your-
before law school.
your
You think she'd be older than 19 then?
pre stuff done. Well, she looks very young.
It's
But-
pronounced pre-cum.
She took a photo.
Twice.
If you're going to be a lawyer, though, she took a photo of her holding what appears to be some sort of law book. I guess a book of laws.
That's a sticky dong.
That's a thick book. It's got a gavel on it. Then she took a picture of her in a high back chair with her legs crossed, which is nice. And she's wearing a beautiful, like the skirt and the business top, the business blazer, woman's cut blazer,
Yeah.
and the nice business skirt.
Hot.
And
I
then-
mean, don't
and then
judge me.
an up close photo of just her like doing the over the shoulder look, like
In a tube top.
it's law time, like
Yeah.
law.
Stop
Night
trying,
court.
Stop
Like-
trying to turn me on, Conrad.
I'm doing it like she'll throw her shoulder in front of her chin. Law.
Dun dun.
Fucking law time. But then the final picture is her sitting on the floor. That was weird. That one got me.
Carpeted floor, marble floor,
Wood
hardwood.
floor. I'll pass it around for everybody to see.
Well, it's just her just showing she's willing to really. I mean,
Like get down and dirty with the law right here.
well, yeah, like
Yeah, it
well,
looks.
Also, but I'll sit on the floor to do shit if
You
I
know
have
what?
to.
You looked real professional in the other one. Let's sit on the floor. You look good with the gavel and the up close. Those are good. But hey,
Whatever happened to standing up for their
be
rights?
relatable. You're going to be pro bono probably for the first couple of years. Sit on the floor. The trash. Okay? Be trashy with it. Sit on the floor.
I don't know, like if I
And who's the dad that shared it? Great job sitting on the floor, dummy.
Well,
Hey,
I-
stay.
don't do any. His senior picture has 3 shots of him on the floor, almost in that exact.
No,
pose.
but it's
Yeah,
just
but he
his
laid down a
back looking
blanket
at
first.
people driving by.
I second what you're saying there, but you can't bypass the fact that the high back chair is just a white chair in the middle of a room
The same room.
with nothing else there.
Is she just
Obviously,
in a casting couch session?
I'm
It could
guessing
be.
it was a bargain photographer where you had to pay extra to move the camera, so they just put the camera in one spot and said do everything you can right
Hey,
there.
sweetie, come on now. I know this is law pictures. I don't even know what that means, but you need to sit on that floor.
Welcome to the law casting couch.
Now, you say you haven't graduated yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Now, I'm going to have you move that
Fucker.
chair. I'm going to have you. Why don't you pop a button off that? Why don't you take
Like
that blazer
this?
off? Bink. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no. Now, I like the way you're sitting, but can you sit kind of on your butt cheeks and spread your legs a little bit? Just
Like this, where my labia pops out.
There you go. Yeah, that's real law. That's real. Now, you haven't went to law school yet. Like, you don't know what's legal or not legal
I
yet.
can't even spell it.
All right. I like that. Take your clothes off. All of them. We got to get a good, lawyers
Law
wanna-
shot.
Yeah,
Law
lawyers, law shot. We got to get it
We
right in
call it
that,
the law shot.
get that law barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but turn the heat down.
All right. I'll do that right now. I'm going to take my clothes off, too.
Oh,
I'll
well,
get
so
better
you can
photos.
get a law shot.
Yeah. How you doing?
Surprise, motherfucker! Look at this penis.
So, it's just good for him and his daughter.
Well, I'm proud of him.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
You did a great job. One, she
I
did
like
a great job
Elon Law
accomplishing.
School. I wonder if that's.
Can we cut that shit too? If you're 17 and you've worked your whole life, no one cares. All right? Fuck off. That means you worked for 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Because the first, you didn't do anything. You're putting
Well-
fake earrings in your dad and you're just wandering around the yard playing army. That's the first 12 years. And then you got 12 to 17 where you did work hard. Okay. I mean,
Well, you didn't
That's
work
more
hard.
than a lot of
You
people
got-
have put in, though.
You got to like
That's true.
16. You're like,
I have a lot
oh.
of friends that haven't put in 5 hard years yet, and they're 39.
but they're not taking photos
Yeah,
saying,
but
this is the moment where I've accomplished all my dreams up to this point.
those
Just bought a
hard
brand
years
new
are different.
truck. Fuck yeah.
It's true.
Those are hard.
That's
those hard
basically
years are
the same
different.
version of that.
Yeah, they're different hard years.
Yeah.
They went the other route, ditch route.
Ditch people
That's how they learn how to ditch rap, you know?
You go
Like-
ditch route.
like Vance.
I worked my whole life for this, owning this diesel technician service.
You live in a ditch.
I did it. I did it my way.
You're saving up to buy a new.
And that's
tarp.
why I took the picture on the floor. My
should do-
greasy cover.
Do you want us? We should do our That's one thing we haven't done. Like I noticed a lot of other shows do. They have like cast photo shots up when you go
But
to their
they're
page.
candid. We got to do like candid stuff.
But I want all of ours to be a shot of us on the floor in that exact pose. Well,
Well, we got to do the obligatory all jumping.
Well,
we got to
we'll
do the
do
one
that.
where we carry Eric all
right.
across our arms.
We got to make the plans.
but I still
now.
think we do one, or like even if we're just on the ground and do like this little number.
We got to do that one where we're all like kind of draped over each other and laughing about something
Uh-huh.
that somebody said.
Or like
as
we're
long as-
looking at plans for a show. And
I know a photographer. We're making a calendar.
basically, we need to reshoot the sad E shoot when we left him. I don't even remember. And he sent the sad photos.
Yeah.
That was
the party bus night,
Yeah.
man.
that was
So
one
we
of the
need to
worst
re-
nights of my life.
I wish those were your high
That's
school
because you almost
photos.
got beat up by a high schooler.
And it
tell
did
him
it.
that.
And it never
You
dawned
don't
on me.
remember?
Never dawned on me till just now. You're talking about shit comes around, and we had the idea. I did those photos, and what's one of the greatest memes in the last year or two is Pablo Escobar standing by himself,
Yeah, looking
On the
out
swing
in the
set.
distance.
sitting by the pool.
You did that first.
I did that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Are we too far ahead of ourselves, or should we? How do we profit off of this? You know what I mean? We need to like a meme generator.
Actually, follow through on maybe one or two of the things we fucking say.
We followed through on this on the show part.
Well, yeah, but
That
I mean-
part doesn't matter.
drone hot dog. I mean, there's so many things that would kill and would kill.
Yeah,
And
that's
even
true.
if they're a year down the line, like this,
like hot dog
like
suicide.
if sucking on a chili dog
Still
came
know
out,
that would work.
if sucking on a chili dog came out today, and then we started posting our version of that we did 3 years ago.
Skidman, I ever told you about hot dog suicide?
I'm not familiar with such things.
Oh, it was a great idea I had like 6 years ago, where we did these dioramas. Like we'd stage a living room and have a hot dog stand in the middle, and then a gun barrel would come in and blow its head off. And we go to like the top of Cessna Stadium and flick it down, just have it follow it.
See, I wanted to start a series where
Let's zoom in for the splash.
I got
Hot
into.
dog suicide.
Well, we could join that. I throwing shit off buildings and just throw
That could
hot
be
dogs
part of
off.
hot dog suicide.
Well, because I was gonna like
Conrad's
start.
been doing that for
I was gonna
years.
start a wood
Yeah.
series building
Underwear.
project, and it was gonna. You followed me building like a cabinet or something, and like today we're gonna put the final coat of lacquer on there.
And then
And
just
then the next scene is, all right, it's going off the roof, or we're here on top of Century 2. We'll be throwing this off the, like they watched all the way through making it. And it starts out with me just throwing it off my roof. And then,
what we should do,
Last week on this old trailer.
we could take one of those Chip and Joanne video or whatever, especially the ones that are crafty, where it's a close up of their hands doing all this shit. You know what I mean? So we say like it's a bed, the bed headboard, and
And
it's
it's all
this
hot dog.
rustic headboard. And so we say, hey, today we're gonna make this sweet ass headboard I found on Pinterest. We show the picture of it. Then we just take the scenes of them doing it, and then cut to us doing it a little bit, but then kind of mix it into them doing it. It's like, yeah, it's really coming out good. And eventually
it's like a cardboard thing.
it gets
we're
to the
throwing off.
end and it's like, here's ours. It looks like shit. And then we throw
Now
it
here
off the
comes
roof.
this perfect 90-degree mortise and tenon
I just thought it would
coming
be
through.
great. Like all the videos, like somebody's watching just the wood making part, and then, you get to the point, and then it's just some jackass throwing shit off.
No, you get this perfect 90-degree mortise and tenon coming in, and there's a close-up of it, and then once it comes through, here comes the sticky dong.
We could just do a lot of crafts.
And
with
we talked
dongs on
about
it.
hot dog jousting, where we put hot dogs at the end of stuff, and then
and not reference it ever. Just have dildos and shit
Oh,
taped
yeah,
to
hey,
our.
they're making a bench. That looks good. Making a bench. What the hell's with the sticky dong?
Oh yeah, and the sticky dong. We started throwing it to the board. There's so many videos of people throwing them like playing darts with sticky dongs now, and
Furniture for the family. Today we're making a park bench.
thump, thump. Make sure you have proper tools, guys. Thump, thump, thump. Sanding on it with you wrap your sandpaper around the sticky dong. This is
cordless-
actually one of the best sanding pads you
Your
can
cordless drill holders and a fleshlight.
use. This thing works great.
If you guys are talking about sex toy carpentry, yes, we just came out with another idea. So that's what happens. And then somebody else will do it, and we'll get a tweet from Mojo saying, hey guys, remember when you talked about this? This guy's got 18 million views. So now he's making a living, and you guys are still coming up with great ideas for him. So
He tuned in for 9 minutes on Podbean and got 4 ideas left. And
I think he just shops our ideas around. Mojo goes and finds people that actually do them, influencers, stuff like that.
I heard the greatest idea today. These
You guys should do it.
these dumbasses
We will.
won't.
I just have to make a song called Sucking on a Chili Dog. Okay, that's easy.
Sucking on
It's already
a chili
written.
dog,
Yeah, but you have to
sucking on
sing
a
it
chili
well.
dog.
That's true. That guy did nail it.
Did you see the boss got in some trouble for drinking and
Yeah. Well,
That's a country
I
song.
don't know if it was. It got a DWI. I don't know. I saw some.
Who? Bruce?
thread. Yeah. Super Bowl weekend after he did that.
stopped and
Kansas
took a
Jeep
photo with
commercial.
some people, like signed some autographs, and they basically came up with like I don't know if it's his booze or a shot, and he took one shot, and there's a cop basically sitting there and seeing him do it, and when he rode off, pulled him over, and I don't even think he like tested, but he got
He blew like a .01, so
yeah,
it's still
but
legal.
he got open container and like something for being on the vehicle.
Yeah. So he got a DWI, driving while intoxicated, but they didn't say if it was booze or. All they said was.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
All right.
Sucking on
What
a
if he would have said that? All I was doing was
We might play Pizza Roll Roulette in the bonus show, which I have a new idea. That's why I brought it up. I have a different strategy for that I thought of. If we don't get to that, I do have Porn Shop versus President, a new game I wanted to play, where we call Porn Shop and have them play a trivia game against a president. So we might get to that in the bonus show. We got a
we got to get
bunch
to
of
Rush
stories. I got a Skin Man's advice segment and
stuff. Steve segment.
new poop pants for women Facebook. Oh, there's new pants for women on. I got to show you this video. This new poopy pants for women on Facebook. Skin Man's. Oh, that's Skin Man's opening. Okay, and then we got a Rush Limbaugh tribute that we have to do in the bonus show. So, our take on it at least.
Do you write down Skid Man's opening on every week?
I
Just
did.
so when he's scanning through stuff, he remembers to do it. He also
That's why we always get to it like
he
80
writes.
minutes
He also
in.
writes
When I get to-
smoothie. He
Ah,
writes
shit.
Coach Casey. He writes.
Introduce Coach Casey. Okay, I should have put that earlier, but yeah, it gets there. By the way, Eric's here, Coach Casey's here, Mexico's not here, Andy's not here, Skin Man's here. We're going to talk to you guys on the bonus show.
And how many people are stuck out back right now?
Just go to Patreon.
Oh, Vance is
So.
one of them.
We'll just leave with this song. I mean, there's no better song to leave with.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
Don't let your meatloaf.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili.